guys, so today is going to be a book review on the second book in the Fallen series by Lauren Kate. It is called Torment. I actually don't have the book itself. This is the cover. I don't have the book itself right now because I lent it to my sister as well as the first book. But I just keep the dust jackets because I don't really want them to get ruined while she's reading them. But yeah, this is what the cover looks like, and I think it is beautiful, just like the first book I thought was gorgeous. The cover was just amazing. I think this is so cool. Look at this. It's like this whole, well, you probably can't see because it's so bright, but like the whole entire scene is like connected from front to back. It's just beautiful. I think the covers are just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so on to what the book is about. We leave off where the battles happened between the demons and the fallen angels at Sword and Cross. Now we find out that a lot of people are after Luce because she has something to do with the curse. A lot of people are after Luce and she's not safe anymore at Sword and Cross. So Daniel and, well, I guess between the demons and the fallen angels, they make this truce. And the first, like the epilogue, it's Daniel and Cam killing somebody to protect Luce. And they decide that Luce needs to be moved somewhere else. So they take her to this new school called Shoreline. It's in California. I think it's in San Francisco, actually. California, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, they take her to a new school, and because the new school offers protection for Luce, because it's not just a normal school. It is a school that has a class of Nephilim. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. A class of Nephilim, whatever, that go to the school. And the Nephilim have some percentage of angel lineage in their blood. So, you know, they could be a direct, you know, descendant of an angel. Like, it could be their parent, or it could be their grandparent or great-great-grandparent or something. You know, they have some type of angel lineage in their blood. And these Nephilim give off this special protection quality. So if Luce goes to this school, she will kind of be masked by whatever this protection quality that they give off is. And this school, Shoreline, is completely different from Sword and Cross. It is beautiful. It's on like the coast of California, off like this beautiful rocky mountainside where the ocean is right there. Everything is beautiful. Like, this school is just amazing. The school is also kind of laid back. It's just a lot more lenient than Sword and Cross. Way more lenient than Sword and Cross. Like, their breakfast that they go down to is served by, like, they have like waiters that they have for breakfast when they go and sit out on the terrace in this big lawn, you know, and they have like eggs Benedict and bacon and like all this stuff that they get for breakfast if they want it, and they have people waiting on them. Like, it's crazy ridiculous. But it's not just a school for Nephilim, it is a regular person school as well. Like, regular people go there, but the Nephilim students are called like special advanced students that you have to, like, you know, apply to be in it or whatever. That, at least that's what the humans think. But it's actually just for Nephilim. The people that teach the Nephilim are, one is an angel and one is a demon. And it's kind of to not sway the students one way or the other towards the angels or towards the demon side. Which I didn't really explain that, I think, in the first book. I'm not sure if you really found out in the first book, but that there was like a rift that happened in heaven, and the angels fell because they didn't decide who they wanted to choose, who they wanted to be with, you know, Lucifer, if they wanted to go with God. They didn't decide, and so they fell. And throughout the, you know, the centuries, some of the angels chose a side. So that's why you have some of them are angels and some of them are demons. And the whole thing is Daniel has not chosen a side yet, and it's kind of like his decision is the one that is like the last vote, you know, that will sway to either side, the good side or the bad side, or Lucifer or God, you know. So anyways, back to this book. Luce is not allowed to see Daniel. It's a part of the truce. Also, that the truce that he made with Cam, like neither of them are allowed to go and see Luce while she's at Shoreline. It's kind of, she's kind of there to learn more about herself, learn more about, because Daniel can't tell her any of this. He thinks, you know, if he tells her this, it'll kill her, basically. You know, he's so protective of her right now because he doesn't want to lose her, you know. So she kind of has to figure everything out for herself. So she has a lot of learning that goes on while she's there. In the meantime, Daniel is not allowed to see her, according to the truce. And also, Daniel kind of carries this like essence with him. I don't really know how to describe it, but he's just like this moving target. Everything that he does, angel-wise, will be tracked, you know, by these people that are out to get her. You know, there's lots of different people that are out to get her. There's these things called outcasts that are out to get her. They're like, they were kind of outcast from, you know, out of heaven, and they didn't choose a side, and they still haven't chosen a side. And I'm not really sure, like, what exactly they are, but, like, Lucifer doesn't want them, and so he, like, blinded them, and they're just these, they think that they can get back into heaven by, taking Luce with them. Okay, so on to her friends that she meets there. She meets, Shelby, who is her roommate, which I really love Shelby. She's kind of like that sarcastic, she's very, very sarcastic in the beginning and doesn't really like Luce, but then she warms up to Luce and they become really, really good friends. And then another person that she becomes good friends with is Miles, who is a love interest of hers in this book. He's just this all-around good American boy. I mean, he's a Nephilim, but he's just this very sweet and attentive person who is also good looking, and Luce can't help but, you know, like him in the book. So yeah, I mean, that's basically what the book is about. She kind of learns a lot about the announcers, the shadows, like they like to call them, and she does a lot of traveling into the past with these announcers. You will learn that in this book. Sorry if I just spoiled that for you, but she just learns a lot about her past and where she's, you know, she just wants to learn a lot of stuff because Daniel isn't telling her anything, you know. And yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I will stop this portion of the video right here and I will move on to the spoiler part. So if you don't want to listen to that, click out right now. Okay, so now onto the spoiler part of this video. I didn't really say this in the beginning of the video, but the reason why she kind of has a love interest in Miles is, one, because Miles likes her, and two, because Daniel is acting like a huge butthole. Sorry for my language. He's just acting like a jerk, you know. He is bossing Luce around whenever, you know, she does something that he doesn't want her to do. He wants her to stay on campus, and she doesn't understand why because he's not telling her why. So she's like, she just thinks that he's bossing her around, basically. And she's getting sick and tired of you know, him bossing her around. And yes, she does have that pull towards him, and it's frustrating her even more because she doesn't understand why you know, they love each other. And she even says this in the book, like, she loves him, but she shouldn't because he's acting like a jerk, you know. He's a terrible boyfriend towards her right now. And she hates that whenever she gets near him, he just makes her forget everything, all the reasons why that she's upset with him. And so that's why she has that love interest with Miles. And she kisses Miles. Oh my gosh. And even after she kisses him, yeah, she like is really, really sad because Daniel saw it. But then even after that, like, she, you know, she goes and hangs out with Miles still and is like, yeah, I understand why I kissed him because this is how it should be, you know. It should be easy. The way she is with Miles is how she wants to be with Daniel. And he's just so scared that he's going to lose her that he just bosses her around and tells her what to do all the time. Okay, so the end of this book, what happens is Luce really, really wants to go home for Thanksgiving to see her family, but she is grounded by Francesca and Steven because they caught her, like, announcer traveling, and so she's not really allowed to go anywhere for her protection, and Daniel doesn't want her to go off campus whatsoever because there was the whole incident with, Dawn. And so she doesn't think she's going to be able to go anywhere for Thanksgiving, and she gets a text message from Mr. Cole, and she is allowed to go home for Thanksgiving, and every single person basically comes to Thanksgiving. Every single one of them. You got all of the fallen angels. You got Daniel, Cam, Ariane, Roland, Gabby, who else? I totally forgot. There was another fallen angel. Molly. Then you got the two Nephilim, Shelby and Miles, and then you got her friend Callie, and obviously Luce, and then Luce's parents. So all of them show up at Thanksgiving, and she has no idea that they're all going to be there. People just keep showing up, at her Thanksgiving, and so her parents are kind of upset about it, and I don't know, it turned out fine. And, she tells her parents that she wants to be with Daniel, and after dinner they go for a walk, and then as soon as the parents leave, the outcasts show up, and a huge battle takes place, and Miles throws his reflection or something, and the outcasts think they take Luce, and then Cam shoots a star shot into Luce because he says that it'll be a better end for her, and then the reflection disappears. And so everybody thinks Luce is dead, and Daniel is so mad at Cam. I think he starts fighting Cam or something like that. So Daniel starts fighting Cam, and then Luce comes out and is like, I'm here, and she just hears them all bickering and everything, and nobody tells her anything. She doesn't know anything. Nobody will tell her anything about her past lives or what has happened. And so she opens up an announcer and steps through as soon as everybody realizes that she's really not dead. And she's like, okay, if you guys aren't going to tell me about my past lives, I'm going to find out for myself. And so she steps through the announcer, and that's the end of the book, basically. And everybody's like, oh my god, oh my god. And so Daniel goes after her. He, travels through an announcer, and I think everybody else basically goes after her as well. He doesn't want their help, but everybody else goes after her as well. So yeah, that's the end of the book. I really, really liked this book. I think I liked it better than the first one a little bit, just because I liked the setting a lot better, and you learn a lot more in this book than you do in the first one. And I really actually liked, the love interest with Miles. I haven't really, seen the love between Daniel and Luce because it really isn't there in this lifetime, and we haven't really learned about it yet. Why they love each other. We don't see them interacting like they love each other like Miles and Luce kind of do. Basically there is no basis for their love in this, this lifetime for her, and that's why she's so frustrated, because she can't help but love Daniel, but she doesn't know why, and she doesn't know anything about her past lives, and so she steps through the announcer to figure all that out because nobody will tell her anything. Okay, done with that. If you haven't seen my Fallen review, I will link it down below, and the Passion review will be coming up very, very soon, probably in a few days. Okay, and that is it. Oh, give this video a thumbs up, and please go to check out my channel and subscribe. We don't have a lot of subscribers right now, and I really, really, really appreciate it. So yeah, okay. See you guys in my next video. Bye. Oh my god, I'm hungry. Yes, I am.